What's going on? What's going on? Brutus here, bringing you a attack attack video. Yeah, so in a breakdown, this is my first attempting to record my screen and try something a little different as I try to make better tutorials and videos and content for people that watch. Yeah, let's just go ahead and get it done. So, in the arranged war that we had, that just with one hive that just started, um, I've selected base number 38. I am a low man on the totem pole, so this is about right where I need to be hidden. All right, so what I'm going to do is a stoned double jump hobo, and that's my kid in the background. What I'm going to do for this is I noticed that there is a line right here that I should be okay with. That if I enter from this side and send a golem from right about here, and it'll hit this one, and a golem from right about here, and go this way, it'll grab the attention of these two archer towers. There could be a Tesla here, that's fine. But this is where I think I'm going to get into trouble. There could be a Tesla right in this section. And why I'm saying that is I'm going to bring 6 wizards specifically for my funnel. And I'm going to have a wizard right about, ideally I'd want them here, like this, and like this, and like this. But if there's a Tesla pop right here, it... Kalani, shh. If there's a Tesla pop right here, if there's a Tesla pop right here, it'll pick off my wizards. So if that happens, the Tesla should have about this much range. I'll at least get this, and I'm okay with that. It just, for me, this archer tower still might be up when I'm entering if there's a Tesla pop right here, and I'm just gonna have to my my AQ from right down here as opposed to in an angle here. I'm gonna drop the AQ right about this right about here, but let's go ahead. There'll be number 4, 5, 6 wizards, and it will take care of this. These are what I'm aiming for with my wizards. The BK will aggro onto this one of the 2 golems, and if there's a Tesla farm over here or pop over here, the range that a Tesla comes out to, it's right about here. There could be a Tesla here, but that's a chance I'm willing to take. It'll pick off this wizard. My wizards will still form a funnel, so I'm okay on the bottom end. So with 6 wizard dedicated to the funnel, I'm going to send a 3rd golem from from way back here, and I'm doing that. A wizard right about here to go this way. I'm doing that because there could be troll Teslas. You never know in arrange wars. So it'll make sure that I'm safe. I'm leaving nothing behind. So with that said, and I have a nice little funnel going on. The reason why this line's important is that I'm going to have my jump. Go green. We're going to jump right here. One of my 2 jumps. This archer tower stays up, I'm okay because, well, my wizards will still step up and get it. Let's just say that. This archer tower does not cover this this wall here. It does not go over it, so my wizards, when they step up to hit this archer tower, they won't get picked off. And there's nothing over here. There's a nice little dead spot. Could be Tesla farm, could be Tesla in a DGB location, but there's no threat to my wizards for the funnel going in. Both royals heading from this direction, heading in as well. But if you look, there's a lot of dead space defensively on this end and this end. This is nothing. So my bowlers will be dropped right about, let's see, right about here, because I want them to take, this will all be gone. They'll aggro onto this most likely first, and then this, and then they'll start jumping inward. I don't want to connect this section quite yet. And with this archer tower going down, the next nearest structures will be these 2 defenses. I'm not worried about my bowlers heading down this direction. The next jump that I'm going to put is going to be right here. And that'll give me access to the queen. Her line comes right about here. So the moment my golems hit this, the queen will come over, and my royals will be standing about here with my bowlers, and they'll aggro onto her. So that's how I'll get the queen really late. But they'll shoot over this direction, and when these structures are gone, there's nothing to aggro anything over to this side. And given where my 3 golems will tank 1-2 point defenses at most when they're in this direction right here. So I should be good with 3 golems. That is the reason why I'm not bringing a rage for this. The bowlers won't when they step in here, shouldn't have anything to redirect them except for this structure and this structure. And then up here, they should come up here and get rid of these things, but they'll reroute to the left once they aggro onto the queen. So I don't really need a rage for this section. I'm going to have 3 golems. There's not a lot of point defense right here. Coming at my 3 golems, or over 18,000 hit points. Actually, it's more than that. I got more than enough time that my bowlers will sit back and do what they need to. So 2 jump, 2 heal. The CC will get triggered right when I get to this wizard. So a poison will go down on this wizard tower to basically soften the entry on the way in. That's the kill squad. With that said, for the hogs, I'm bringing 1 giant and 18 hogs. If I send the giant from right here, he'll head this direction and aggro onto this motor. And I want to do this and be patient and wait until this cannon, which line comes to about here, aggroes onto the giant, as well as this cannon comes just past this barracks, will aggro onto the giant. And when these 2 point defenses are distracted, the reason why I want to do this is that there could be a Tesla pop right here, and hopefully it'll get its attention. If there's a Tesla pop here, and it's basically 2 satellite defenses over on the right hand side that I don't want my golems to split on me for, too badly rather. So I want to take care of this little annoying area right here on the way in, and we'll use this for hogs. I'm going to send 3 hogs, just like that, in case there's a Tesla pop. If there isn't, I'm golden, but it'll take care of this. If there's a Tesla, they should take care of the Tesla as well. But then they'll jump down here, and if there's a spring here, that's fine. I really just want to get rid of that defense for pathing purposes, and then also get some information with the giant here. So with the 3 coming down here, this is actually the rest of the way that I want my giants to come. So with 3 coming down this way, I might need to reinforce 2 more, and then 3 down, so that'll be 8, and then I'll have another 10 and 12 right here. I'm going to put a heal in this direction somewhere around here, because I believe there could be a Tesla farm right here, but I'm going to put a heal right about here, because basically my hogs should group back together, and there's going to be a spring here most likely though, but they're going to group back together, and I have 2 heals. This is the first approach that I'm going to go with, and the other approach that I struggled with I'll show in a second, but put a heal right here, and then they should congregate and start moving in this faction, and then I got the extra 2 and 4 as well. They'll be wounded on the way coming in, but right around here is where I need the second heal. There is a unknown factor right here, and this is really where I'm struggle. When I choose to attack, it's either this direction where my hogs basically meet up with my kill squad, and then support coming back down here and ending over here. But the other thing I thought about doing was just still sending the giant like this and the 3 hogs for this section, and then I'm left with 15 hogs. I'm really wrestling with this, and I might, when I choose to attack, I might ask for someone's opinion on this, but just another look. But I want to send 3 hogs right here, and now I'm left with 12. There probably is a Tesla pop somewhere around here, and another 2, and now I'm left with 10, and another 3, and now I'm left with 7. But if I put a heal right here, I should have healthy hogs, and if it's a DGB, that's fine. I'll have about 3 hogs right here, and I can send the rest, and then there'll be healed, healthy coming through here. As they get into this direction, there's not that many springs, and then this should be my second. In fact, I think this is probably what I'll do. Yeah, so if it's got to be a clear markup, clear the canvas. All right, so wow, that's pretty nifty. I'll still do the giant entry here. This just feels better for me. Sending 3 at this, and then 2 right here, and then another 2, and so that gives me 3, 6, 8, 10. I'm left with 5 for right about this section. I want to put a heal right about here because I just feel like there's going to be a giant bomb. I just feel like there's going to be one, maybe two, but a giant bomb right about here. So plus my hogs will group up. I'll lose some here, but they'll group up right here and then get healthy coming over here. So my 8 will sustain coming through here, and then I can just support them on this back end. I'm not too worried about a DGB in between here. I just don't see that happening. I see 2 Teslas here and a Tesla over here. You know, there's a lot of potentials. Could be 4 giant bombs, but yeah, I need a heal for right here, and I need a heal for right here. That's basically what I'm gonna do. So I got my army comp will be 18 hogs, 1 giant, 3 golems, 2 jumps, 2 heals, 2 poisons, and 3 archers. Yep, clear everything. That's what I'm gonna do. So, yeah. So with my attack here, obviously it wasn't live. There was no way. I'd get way too nervous. Oops, pause. So it's not a live attack, but I'm going to commentate through my attack and see what worked, what didn't, and go from there. I'm way too nervous to record my attack live in a ranged war, and it was just the timing didn't work out for me. Eventually I'll get there, but my confidence is not quite there yet. Alright, so Golem does not aggro the BK. I expected how big this Golem is to aggro the BK. It didn't, and that ruined the funnel on the bottom. Funnel on the top went exactly as planned. There was no Troll Tesla in the back, but I lose some wizards. This funnel is not strongly created on the bottom, but that's fine. Stuart can adjust on the fly. The top part of the funnel, which is what I was worried about, works out great, and that Archer Tower will go down, and then CC comes out, bowlers walk on me, and I'm officially freaking out. I thank God they start to run back in. BK runs out of gusto. I believe the BK outran my tanks, and he doesn't have enough gusto to get to the queen. She's under poison, but I'm just praying that my bowlers will get there. Meanwhile, my giant and my suspicions were correct up top that there was a giant. I'm sorry, a Tesla up there, and then my suspicions were also correct right here that there's a DGB right there. So watch how top part went great. The hogs got the Tesla and the cannon and started to work down towards this air defense, and the queen will take out the enemy queen. But right here, so I got about 8 hogs coming in nice and healthy. Queen engages the enemy queen. There goes down the second hill. I'm like, okay, I can still pull this off if I pause. Larry traps, I don't have a poison for it. Queen's down, ability used. She's on her own, so I'm going to lose her there. But watch as my 8 or 10 hogs here turn into 6 hogs, which then turn into 3 hogs. Yeah, that sucked. So I did at the last moment decide to reverse the way my hog pathing was, and my suspicions were correct about where the Tesla were and where the DGB might be, or where the giant bomb sections might be. And the springs just did, you know, I had healthy hogs coming in, but on the left hand side I lost 6 of my, I think it was, by that time I had 10, so I had 4 hogs remaining to take out 1, 2, 3 point defenses and 2 defensive structures. So yeah, it didn't have enough, and the funnel didn't the funnel wasn't as strong as I would have liked it to be on the bottom, so I lost some wizards, which would have helped aid in pushing into the middle. So it ended up being a mid 80 single, and I still liked the entry. So, and remember what I drew up about what my original thought was to send the hogs from 12 and work it counterclockwise. Well, take a look at this. Neb had no idea what my plan was. Like, absolutely no idea. But because I didn't share it. Anyway, he's gonna basically do the exact same thing, except 1 jump and a rage to reach over to the queen. Does the stone golem one jump. The BK also does an aggro onto this golem. His second golem hangs on the wall there, but there goes down the jump. Everything still, the funnel's technically somewhat the same. Bowler's going down. He has a great funnel going on now. We're going to zoom in here. Down goes the poison to greet the CC as it is a cleanup. Rages goes down. Same thing happens with that Tesla, but then the bowlers reroute inward. And then there goes the enemy queen is like, what's going on over there? Let's go check it out. He sends two hogs to basically trip the giant bomb location, DGB, but then sends the majority of his hogs from actually how I drew up from my plan. And I thought that was just, small world, right? But the pathing of this, the springs, because looking at the replay, the springs on the bottom over here is where the thread is. He's got a golem banging on the wall and the queen doing some cleanup. So he's got all his hogs but 4 back ends started here. But Larry's pop, he loses some right here. He loses 2. He's going to lose a few more. He loses 2 more. So he lost 4 as opposed to 6. But then coming into this back end, no heal, and he has about 6 or 7 hogs, but they're all wounded. They got Larry's chasing them, and they end on the wizard tower, which just makes quick work of them with 1 zap. So given that his golem of his 3 is relatively healthy here, I think maybe that's where the second jump would have got him all the way through. Queen would have helped complement his hogs coming through, which was the original plan, and of course Neb had no idea about it. This was a great adjustment on the cleanup, by the way, Neb. So I guess I just wish I would have stuck to my original gut feelings and sent the hogs the way that I did. He makes it up, takes care of this with the queen ability still in hand because he had such a great execution of the entry. They have to beat through 2 layers of walls to get to that structure, and they just don't get it. So we're going to fast forward out of this, or back out rather, and then we're going to actually look at seeing. I didn't intend to make this a cleanup video, but seeing how there was my draw up, that I decided to alter the plan slightly at the last minute in the middle of the draw up, which is probably not a great idea. And then Neb's attempt to actually execute what I originally planned, I thought that was well worth seeing. And then because there was some talk around this base and talk points, I figured why not just show what actually cleared it to end the video. So we have we have like a minute, not a golem walk. He's elongating the life of the golem right here because he has a beefy 25 queen hitting it and 3-point defenses. 1, 2, and 3. So he elongates the life of it by putting the healers. Nice funnel going on with just the minions on the top right. Breaks open the wall, and remember the DGB is way down in between here in an awkward position. And he's going to send his bowlers on to the middle, and they're basically going to get this line in a square. And when they do that, all the giant bomb pathing will be eliminated for his hogs. He does bring 16, and he sprinkles in just a few of them because these are point defense archers, towers, and cannons. There's another one up here that his queen will hang a left and get. Tend to pick off your bowlers, and if you can just invest a few hogs, as he sprinkled in this of 4 of his 16 to support them, look how much they stay up almost the entire time. And then he sends his main attacking force from the top here. Remember, there's a giant bomb that was in that core, but they never pathed to it. The barbarians or the golems set off the 1 giant bomb that the hogs would have got close to. But looking at the cleanup of the last 2 attempts on this base, he just had the excellent hog pathing for it, knowing where all the springs were that the bowlers mitigated, and just sending a few hogs to take out 1 defense which would have flanked his bowlers. So really nice adjustment, and obviously it's the winning raid, right? So I really like that cleanup attempt using all that information that you got from my failure as well as Neb's attempt to clean up my mess. We'll go to ×2 because it's nothing but cleanup from here. Nice attack, Diesel. So, man, this is a good war. Can't wait to recap it, and there's a lot of great content I can't wait to show. Once again, it's Brutus reminding you gotta be better than me. You gotta be better than a double, and I'll check you next time.